So, hello, my name is Vanessa. I am an assistant lecturer at the Department of English at Maynooth University in Ireland. I also hold a concurrent appointment as an early career research fellow at the Institute of English Studies, affiliated with the University of London. I am an early modern literary scholar and a historian of ideas, a historian of early modern intellectual culture. I completed my PhD in history and English at Queen Mary, and my background before working on Shakespeare was in intellectual history and political philosophy. So I've always worked across several disciplines. My research currently focuses on classical rhetoric in the Renaissance and how it bears for an understanding of Shakespeare's works. And so I'm currently working on my first monograph, tentatively titled Shakespeare's Deliberative Art. But I've also taught Shakespeare more generally on modules involving eco-criticism, adaptation, race, as well as more general survey modules. So I guess my academic career so far has reflected what might be called the eclecticism of Shakespeare's survey. Um, so what I really hope to see or hope to bring to the journal as a new board member is an openness to more interdisciplinary approaches to Shakespeare and a willingness to consider methods and questions that have been raised by other fields. Like Carla and David and Emma have already mentioned. I also very much hope to encourage work from scholars from a more diverse range of backgrounds, as well as from early career scholars and precariously employed scholars. I think lots of what I've wanted to say has already been said. So perhaps if I may speak from a more personal point of view, I found it difficult and sometimes alienating, and I still find it difficult and alienating sometimes to work in Shakespeare and early modern studies, especially in Anglophone academic communities. I present as someone of East and Southeast Asian descent, and while English is my first language, I speak it with an accent that might be considered non-standard, which reflects my nationality, which reflects my background as a first-generation scholar. And for a long time, I did not think that Shakespeare scholarship had a place for someone who looked and spoke like me. And so I really appreciate and applaud the efforts initiated by the Race Before Race Consortium and taken up by journals like Shakespeare Survey to make scholarship more accessible and approachable for all. And I hope that with more diversity of representation, we will accordingly be able to encourage a greater diversity of voices. Being on the advisory board is, I think, a great privilege and responsibility, I feel. So while I'm still at a relatively early stage of my career myself, I hope through this appointment to be of some help to anyone who may be experiencing similar struggles, and that fellow scholars can reach out to me in this capacity. So I really look forward to working with David, Carla, Harry, Emma, and the rest of the board in making the very best of Shakespeare scholarship available and accessible through the journal.